Squad recently released the 7.2 update for Squad and managed to break helicopters in the process. Today I'm just going to be discussing some of the issues that are going on with this game. This patch notes, it's a disaster, okay? I don't really like it at all. This is just going to be a rant, me going on about how they need to fix this shit. Some of the issues, some bugs, and there's some things I'm going to discuss. So they added a new update where modders can now enable local chat, cross-team chat in mods. So this won't apply to vanilla, but it will apply to anything that is not vanilla. So for example, GE, global escalation, Middle Eastern escalation, and every other mod, I think. So the modders will have the option to enable this. I'm hoping that all modders do, because this is gonna be fucking fun as hell. Now I do see some issues with this mod, with this addition, because you'll have a lot more people saying some really bad shit. Squad's already very toxic in the first place. Just talking to your team, so talking to the enemies as well is going to be a big change for Squad, and it's gonna allow a lot more toxicity and shit like that. Honestly, it's gonna be fun as fuck. So whenever they added that, whenever the mods add that, global escalation mods watching this shit, add that shit. Alright, so the next thing up on the calendar today is gonna be, this is partially my fault, alright? I'm kind of the one who caused this, okay? Totally not me, you know what I'm saying? They fixed a bug where, you double bind and it goes a little bit faster. It worked for about 2 months and they finally fixed it, so, get to them, I guess. But, that's patched, so, next news. So, one of the biggest things is the update that I'm pretty fucking pissed about is they changed it, so now Heli'S take 10 minutes to spawn. They take 10 minutes to spawn. That means if you die, it takes 10 minutes for your Heli to spawn back in. Also, your Heli's, all Heli's now, take at least 6 minutes to spawn in if it's not invasion. So no matter what, you're waiting 6 minutes. I could go to get fucking Chipotle, come back, and this Heli wouldn't still be spawned in, bro. I'd still be waiting for the fucking Heli. Just take a look at this. This is me just spawning in. This is every single map. Every single map you play on is going to be like this. You're going to wait 6 minutes for your Heli to spawn in. The only exception I found is invasion. If it's invasion, there's a chance that it spawns in instantly. But aside from that, you're going to be out of luck. You're going to be shit out of luck. You got to wait 6 minutes for your Heli to spawn in every time. It does not insta-spawn on RAS, which is most of the layers that are in Squad. Alright, so now I'm going to show a clip from my boy Tommy Kill from Sofield. He sent me this clip. This is an example of what the fuck is going on with the lag and desync. It is so laggy. The Heli's glitch the fuck in the air, glitch backwards, you lose all your speed. It don't even matter. This is way worse. This is 10 times worse than it was back in the old patch, 7.1. It was not like this in 7.1. Your Heli might be desync a little bit. They fixed desync. This patch, your Heli just goes straight up in the fucking air, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. So y'all need to fix that shit, because that's a game breaking bug, alright? That makes it incredibly hard to play the game. Alright, so moving on to some good news with this game. We got increased helicopter traverse range. That means you can traverse your gun almost 180 degrees left and right, the door gunners on the Helis, which is a big buff to Helis. That is insane buff. That makes it so you can shoot targets that are almost in front of you. So if you're chasing another Heli, you can shoot in front of you and kill them. You can shoot their tail out in front of you, which is insane. Also, it can shoot almost 180 degrees backwards. Now, I thank you, OWI, for adding this, because this is a much-needed feature, and I do thank you for adding this, because this hopefully paves the way for us getting attack Helis, MI8s of, dumbfire rockets, all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's coming in the future. Just a little heads up, maybe OWI, maybe. So there is one more thing I want to address, and that is the armor in this game. So with this new map voting system, it is forced on every server. You have to use map voting. You can't use the normal layers anymore. So for example, Tolil RAS V1, which was 6 versus 6 Helis, that is no longer Tolil RAS V1. It is completely random, alright? So you can vote on what kind of map you want and what faction you want to play, and that determines how much armor. So for example, you could be playing against a BMP and a tank or whatever, and you could be getting just like, a BTR and some bodies in the Heli, right? So it can be unbalanced, and that's one of the issues with this main patch, is that the teams can be unbalanced. You can get really unbalanced games that are just not fun at all for one team. Now, my recommended fix for this would be to make it so if each team's armor is fair, just like the last update. So for example, you get, the PLA versus US Army, right? You get fair tanks. If they get a tank, you get a tank. If they get a Heli, you get a Heli. this is a very simple fix to this issue. All right. I think this would be a great idea to put in the next patch notes. The next patch, like as soon as possible, because this is a game-breaking bug that can be very unfair for some teams. So another thing they fixed, a couple more things they fixed is the server browser. So that should be all good now. Server browser should be fixed. So it should all work. If you search for a server, you'll find it. Most of the servers pop up in the server browser, and there's no Chinese communist spying fucking servers, you know. They changed the OWI sound when you boot up the game, so it's not so loud. They added some new skins. This skin is it's okay, I guess. It's for the PLA, People Liberation Army. It's a 7 out of 10 skin pack. I like it. I don't like the bazooka launcher, but everything else is pretty good in this pack. But PLA is kind of never gonna be played again, really, because no one's gonna vote for that shitty faction. So sadly, I would probably avoid buying this shit. So they added quad bikes, so you can do quad bikes now. Thoughts on this? It's okay. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I'll get back to you in a different video about these quad bikes. They're probably pretty fun. I've seen them go pretty fast in game. They carry two people on the back of them. So yeah, 2 people. Basically just like an ID bike now. They're only available for the U.S. Army. So if you're any other faction, you're shit out of luck. They now fixed an issue with the helicopter where you can get shot by, I guess, a 50 cal or a BTR or anything else. This is kind of a game-breaking bug. I'm glad they fixed this. This is really fucking annoying. I died many times with this bug where you would get shot through the cockpit and your heli would still be alive and you would die through the cockpit if they shot you in the right place. So I'm very glad they fixed that. Another notable bug that's glad they fixed is the site stabilization on the commander side. So if you're a commander, they fixed that. So now your stabilization won't log on to if you're trying to lock onto a hab or a vehicle or something. It won't lock onto the ground randomly. It'll just lock onto what you're actually locking onto, how it was originally. Now this bug hits close to home because I've actually had this bug happen multiple times. I've had a full heli in my squad. I do a barrel roll, fuck it up, you know, I'm the ship pilot, right? And my heli survives, and everyone gets out scot-free. I have a video on it. I'll post card or something later. This bug brings back a lot of good times. I do remember when this bug, when I originally found out this bug, it was the first day they released the Turkey faction. I had this bug where I went upside down, was testing the physics with the heli, right? Fucked it up. Went upside down from 100 meters, crashed into the ground upside down, lived, and was able to walk away, repair the heli, and get the fuck out of there. Hey, if you guys did like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't, dislike the fucking video. I don't give a shit. But let me know how you guys feel about this update. Personally, I give it a low rating, alright, on the scale of goodness. This update is not one of the best updates they've come out with. I hope they can rectify this patch within like a week, maybe. You know, get some changes pushed out, get these bugs fixed. Thank you guys for watching. See you later, man.
There is no hunting like the hunting of man. And those who have hunted armed men long enough and liked it never cared for anything else thereafter.